How many times did you try calling her?
I called her 3 times, texted her about 3 times just to say, you know, what's going on. Like cause after I called her and texted her once, it's like maybe she was just busy. Like she'd just gotten back, you know, like everybody's probably calling her from her trip. She just got back from Arizona, and I figured she was just busy. But when her friend showed up, that's what it was like. It registered like, all right, this isn't right.
I want you to pay attention to this. We'll talk about it in a second, but a lot of his deception indicators are piling up before he starts answering. So before he gets to answer, as he's realizing the nature of the question that's coming along, I think he doesn't realize that he is being judged before he starts answering. I think in his mind, the moment he starts speaking is when he needs to be on. And right here, I'm surprised Greg and Scott didn't say it. This is a textbook, perfect example of fading facts, as you guys like to call it.
Yeah.
So the volume starts up here and ends out down here. So he starts the conversation and it just kind of trails off into the end. And he says, after I called and texted once with an eyebrow flash, a no head shaking, a single-sided shoulder shrug, facial touching, both shoulder shrugs, and eyes moving to that lie spot that we talked about earlier, which is 10, which is a 22 on the behavioral table of elements. And keep in mind, you just need an 11 to be judged as likely deceptive. He says, friend showed up, his eyes moved towards the front door of his house, which is over there. So this is just a physical reference. I don't think it is an eye movement whatsoever. And after his statement, if you're wanting to know when to look for blink rate for deception, it typically about 60, 70% of the time is after someone starts or after someone finishes a statement, they're done talking to you, and now they're really nervous about whether or not you're going to accept it or whether or not you bought it.
You know, I think this is a really good one for us to bat around. The absolutist would say he scratched his nose, he's lying. Okay, well, he touched his face, there's an adapter. Doing this, increasing sway rate. Doing this, increasing blink rate. We're looking for clusters, guys. Mm-hmm. This guy is wrapped up in clusters of behavior that indicate something in his little noggin is on fire right now. He's stressed. And that's what we're looking for. We don't know what, but now we know because we know what he did. But if we were talking to this guy, we would all be digging into him pretty hard right now.
Yeah.
And I'll throw one thing in here too. When he's talking about she didn't answer my calls or texts, and that's fine, I think he is explaining character that is missing. I think he's explaining and offering some self-control and nice guymanship that is not there.
That's good.
Good one.
Okay.
If you like this video, get the full body language breakdown and analysis on our main channel by clicking this video right here.